nobody's answering.
Well, here we are at the Sakura residence in the middle of the night. Well, not exactly the middle of the night, just evening, but may as well be.
But the lights are on.
Think she's napping?
Even Boss would have woken up with how many times we've rung this doorbell.
I would think Futaba would have answered by now if she were here too.
Ah, the gate is unlocked.
Dude, you can't go opening other people's stuff like that.
But look, the door seems to be slightly open as well.
Something tells me this isn't Yusuke's first time doing this.
I wonder why. That's rather careless.
Whoa. It sounds like it's going to rain. We should get inside.
I guess we can use that as an excuse when we inevitably get caught.
Do you think that's okay?
I don't know. Probably.
My apologies, boss.
I suppose this isn't technically breaking and entering when there's no breaking involved.
Hello, sir? He's not out, is he? The door ahead is open, and I can hear the TV.
I hope he didn't pass out or something. I mean, Boss is kind of old, ain't he?
Another line from Yuji that I've always loved.
I'm a bit worried. Should we go in and check on him?
Please excuse us.
Scream? What was that? How should I know?
It didn't even have dialogue boxes.
Did you hear that? Let's get out of here, please. Can we just go?
What are you freaking out for?
I'm not freaking out.
Could it be Alibaba? I mean, Futaba?
Maybe she was a ghost this whole time.
Sorry, can I hold your hand?
That's not his hand.
I can sense someone's presence.
Who is it? Who's there? I can't take this anymore. I'm leaving. No, my legs won't move.
There were two screams there if you were listening closely.
Alibaba! Futaba! Hey, come on, where are you?
We seem to have scared her just as badly as she scared us.
You're a hacker, right? Just show yourself! I'm sorry, please save me, sis!
Are you okay, Futaba?
Crap, he's home!
Who the hell are you? Don't move! You hear me?
I'm so sorry, sis! Somebody please save me!
Pay no attention to her, she's broken. We need to reboot her.
You? What are you doing in my house?
What are you doing with that weird frog thing on your, desk there?
You're...
Oh, good evening, sir. We didn't mean to intrude.
At this point, just say you came in here to make out. It's less embarrassing.
Nijima-san. Wait, are you two dating?
We're just friends.
Friends nowadays get that close to each other?
That's not it. Things happened and...
You kids are here too?
We brought you some sushi, but nobody answered when we rang the bell. The door was unlocked too.
So, admittedly, this is probably Arn's best acting so far. I would totally buy this excuse.
We could hear the TV though, so we got worried he might have passed out or something.
And this too.
The door was unlocked?
Yes.
I do that sometimes. Guess I'm getting old.
Excuse me. There's something we'd like to ask.
Huh? You want to ask me?
There's someone else living here, isn't there?
Yeah. My daughter.
Could she be Futaba Sakura?
You told Nijima-san too?
Is there any way we could meet with Futaba-san? I think we may have frightened her earlier, so we'd like to apologize if at all possible.
Well, that's...
Is she sick?
No, it's not like that. I don't want you all getting the wrong idea. I shouldn't have kept this a secret from you. Let's talk at my shop. She'll hear us if we stay here. Now, where do I start?
Well, we have lived with this guy for most of the year so far. It's about time we knew.
Futaba's mother and I knew each other long before Futaba was born. Her mother was a bit of a weird one, but we got along well for some reason. She was sharp-witted, somewhat stern, a little socially inept, but always carefree. She truly was a great woman.
I see.
When something piqued her interest, that'd be all she focused on. She always worked deep into the night. I thought that'd change after her kid was born, but having Futaba didn't do much. Even with that, she always took good care of her.
Working and watching over a child at the same time sounds rough.
I guess raising Futaba alone turned out to be tough on her in more ways than one. There wasn't a father.
Do you mean...
Well, there probably was one. I didn't know him, though. She never said a word about him either.
Yeah, okay, this isn't one of those weird Star Wars prequel situations.
She was single when she gave birth to Futaba, and single when she raised her.
This has some dark implications as to how Futaba's pregnancy came about, but I have my own theories as to who the father could be, but I'll go into those later. I just want to stress that they're absolutely not canon. There's no canon information about who the father is.
They were an ordinary, loving family. You could really tell how much she cared for Futaba. But one day, she left, leaving Futaba behind. Yes, she committed suicide.
Suicide?
Threw herself into the street, right in front of Futaba's eyes.
Shocking doesn't begin to describe that.
It's gotta be devastating for a kid.
So... well, a lot happened after that, but I ended up taking custody of Futaba. First, she was so depressed, she wouldn't even talk to me.
Was that because she couldn't get over her mother's suicide?
I kept talking to her, though, and she started opening up to me, little by little. That's when I found out. Futaba blames herself for her mother's death.
What? But why?
That part she's never told me. I wanted to know what led her to believing that, but I decided not to rub salt in the wound. Then, a few months ago, she started getting real scared, even when nothing was happening. She'd say things like, "I hear voices," and "Mom is looking at me."
Visual and auditory hallucinations. Have you taken Futaba to a doctor?
I wanted to, but she refused. Even when I had a doctor come, she locked herself away in her room. Since then, she's become what you'd call a shut-in.
So the Japanese term for this is hikikomori, and it's a very common social issue in Japan. It's one that this arc in particular is trying to draw attention to. It generally refers to people who shut themselves off in their rooms, and I don't even mean in the kind of, say, you know, pandemic isolation kind of thing. This is people who never leave the house, keep themselves in one room, withdraw from all social interaction, and just withdraw from the world in general. I'll talk more later about the kinds of reasons why this may be a prevalent issue in Japan, and other aspects to it, but it's important to know the context of that term going into this arc.
She won't take a single step outside the house, or even try to see other people.
What about you?
She doesn't even let me come in her room.
That's pretty harsh.
Futaba is, well, a unique girl. She's so quick-minded that conversations with her tend to jump from one topic to the next. It seems like she's always coming to conclusions in her head. There's a lot I don't get about her.
A second thing is, now I also want to stress this is also not canon, but there are a lot of implications that Futaba and her mother were both on the autism spectrum.
So, yeah, her situation is why I couldn't let you in my house. What Futaba needs is a safe place where nobody will threaten her. Somewhere she can be at ease. That's why I won't do anything she doesn't want. I don't make her do anything she's unwilling to, either. And again, I know that's no way for her to live. It's all I can do, though. I don't know. She just asks me for things that she wants, like food or these complicated books.
Or cute printers.
Well, that's that. So, can you just leave her be? I'm gonna head back then. You all had better head home soon, too.
I feel awful for prying into his personal affairs.
No way in hell he's abusing her.
Yeah, another thing I noticed is, when we were in the house, he was very, very defensive of Futaba. There's no way someone abusive would get like that.
The reason why Futaba wants her heart stolen must be related to what happened to her mother.
So she'd like to discard her feelings of pain, but can't do anything about it herself.
Will changing her heart really help her, though?
If we can help her, we may be able to stand up to Medjed.
Hold on a sec. Do we even know if she has a palace? Let's check. The Futaba Sakura that lives at Sojiro Sakura's house. Is that gonna be enough?
Candidate found.
What the?
She's got one.
So someone can have a palace even if they're not evil? Hey, Morgana. Where's Morgana?
I haven't seen him for some time.
So, ever since we went inside Boss's house?
Somewhere around there. He'll be fine, though. He's a cat after all. The trains are gonna be shutting down for the night soon, so we should probably be heading home.
We have to go to school in the morning after all.
Oh, right, that assembly.
Oh, right. The urgent assembly.
Again, with characters taking words out of my mouth.
An assembly? What about?
Oh, you're lucky you don't have it.
Shujin has been garnering a lot of attention ever since Medjed called out the Phantom Thieves. So they need to remind us not to say arbitrary stuff online and add more fuel to the fire.
Like that's gonna help.
We gotta meet up for every goddamn little thing. Talk about a pain in the ass.
I mean, it is our fault.
Anyway, let's contact each other afterward.
No way in hell he's abusing her.
The reason why Futaba wants her heart stolen must be related to what happened to her mother.
So she'd like to discard her feelings of pain, but can't do anything about it herself.
Will changing her heart really help her, though?
If we can help her, we may be able to stand up to Medjed.
Hold on a sec. Do we even know if she has a palace? Let's check. The Futaba Sakura that lives at Sojiro Sakura's house. Is that gonna be enough?
What the?
She's got one.
So someone can have a palace even if they're not evil? Hey, Morgana.
Looks like we just got an accidental inside man. Yeah, we're actually not allowed to do anything tonight without Morgana here. This is actually something that a lot of people have issues with. Some people feel like it's, you know, like Joker can't do anything.
Were you just going to go to sleep without even wondering where I was?
I am the only one who's allowed to tell you to go to bed. But yeah, can't do anything on his own, but I mean, I think it's fine, personally.
I take it the chief told you about Futaba, and then you guys disbanded in relief for now? You can't underestimate my intel gathering skills, you know. I was checking out the chief's house. I didn't think our Alibaba would be so young. She had long hair and a pretty young-sounding voice. Well, I say young, but I think she's probably about the same age as you guys. At the very least, she's surely no amateur. She completely overheard your conversation with the chief. And she can hack into our chats, too. Even if she can't take Medjed down directly, she might have some kind of lead on them. In any case, we'll need to rely on Futaba to get closer to Medjed. Let's meet up again tomorrow. How about we do it in here? It's way too hot outside. Anyway, make sure you let everyone know.
Hey there, Cat's back. Meet tomorrow.
Futaba Sakura? She had one of these palaces? Hold on. While Medjed was targeting you, you chose to deal with someone completely unrelated to them? Then how was Medjed...
I mean, it's not like we could enter the palace of a collective of hackers.
What you said about the Sakura family generally falls in line with our investigation.
Well, yeah, we know you're investigating him at the time.
It appears you aren't feeding us a false testimony. If you're lucid enough for jabs, you can get back to your story. It's still unclear to us as to how the Phantom Thieves dealt with Medjed since their identity is unknown. If you tell me something coherent, I may be a little more willing to believe you.
Yeah, from now on, the flash forwards are gonna give us judgment rank ups.
Still, to think the Phantom Thieves would have their hideout in the home of Wakaba Ishiki's daughter. What a coincidence. No. Perhaps it's fate. Regardless, we don't have time to waste. Continue with your story.
Okay, who the heck is Wakaba Ishiki? I suppose that's the mother that Sojiro was talking about?
Seriously?
I can't.
Yep.
Here I am mostly just thinking about how right now we're in the segment where if you haven't got Kawakami to rank 8, you will not be able to for a very long time. So that's a huge problem. I definitely recommend focusing on Kawakami as soon as possible. Maxing her before summer is a huge boon. Yes, 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 we know. The school was already done for. Also, that Anon post is amazing. I haven't really been paying much attention to those, but they're all great.
Man, that assembly had me bored to tears.
Wow, okay, the story actually had the decency to just skip the assembly. I wasn't actually sure.
Huh? Did you have school too, Yusuke?
I'm doing laundry, so these are the only clothes I had to wear.
Yes, justification for why they couldn't make a new model for him.
You really should buy a couple more outfits.
Come now, we didn't gather here to make small talk, now did we? Let's get to Alibaba's case.
Well then, I'll start. It looks like Futaba was listening in on LeBlanc.
But why would she want to listen in on the cafe?
I have no idea.
It's just like Boss said. She's a tough nut to crack.
I'm guessing she might have caught wind of something Phantom Thief related in here, and then she just decided to keep listening.
In any case, her hacking skills will be absolutely necessary if we wish to stand up to Medjed. Going by what she has told us, we may even be able to identify who they are.
Ah yes, we can fight doxing with doxing!
You'll have to trust in her skills for now, then.
Anyway, we found out that Futaba has a palace. But can someone who isn't evil have one?
That doesn't matter. A palace is the materialization of distorted cognitions brought about by strong desires. That's all. It just so happens that a lot of warped people turn out evil.
This is a line that I've always found really weird, because to me it almost suggests that they're kind of equating mental illness with evil, but I don't... That's probably not the case. I get what they're trying to say. I feel like this just could have been worded a little better.
She's so young, though. Pain she's gone through must be the cause of her distortion.
But yeah, the characters in Persona 4 also technically had mini palaces, so it is something that anyone can experience, but it really does say something that Futaba's depression is so severe that she has a palace, just like somebody who saw all of Tokyo as their own personal extortion bank.
Maybe that has something to do with why she calls herself Alibaba.
So Alibaba's probably a reference to the legend of Alibaba and the 40 Thieves, but some people have said that it could be a pun, because Futaba literally means 2 leaves, Ba is leaf, so Baba, 2 leaves, and Ali could be from Ari, meaning to have, so Alibaba has 2 leaves, therefore Futaba. It's a bit of a stretch though.
According to the chief's story, Futaba has auditory and visual hallucinations, right? There's a chance those are related to some important memories she's holding. It's hard to explain, but those memories may have been warped by the distortions.
Basically, we just gotta steal her treasure, right?
Well, yeah.
So do we all agree about taking on Futaba's palace?
She's asked us to do so. I don't think that part is an issue. If we heal Futaba's heart, it will not only help Boss, but she can then assist us with Medjed.
Might also prove that this whole metaverse, mind-delving business is good for things other than forcing confessions.
I agree.
I've been wondering about how Boss said a lot happened after Futaba's mom died too.
Hold on a second. Our investigation of her palace may not go like anything we've done up to this point.
Why's that?
Having an individual ask you to steal their heart is an extremely irregular case. There's no telling what the palace ruler's disposition will be like, or the distortion that'll be there.
Plus, I mean, how's the whole calling card thing gonna work if they already know their desires can be stolen?
We may run into some unforeseen situations. Do you still want to go in? Alright. Let's just make sure we're cautious.
Well, let's get cracking on those keywords, huh?
The ones we have at the moment are Futaba Sakura and Sojiro Sakura's house.
We got the who and the where, so all that's left is the what, right?
Let us try going to their house first.
Boss is busy running the cafe, isn't he? We should make sure he doesn't suspect anything.
Important memories, huh? I'll be able to remember everything if I turn back into a human, right? That has to be the case. I definitely want this mission to succeed. If we can retrieve Futaba's memories, then I'd bet we can get mine back too. In any case, it's not every day you stumble upon a hacker like her around. You really do have a gift, don't you?
Joker just lucky, I guess.
You sure live up to my expectations.
Yeah, with that language, I had a feeling this was gonna be another rank up. And we now have access to Ace Tools. This is important because an enemy in Futaba's palace dropped something that is required for making some of these tools.
Hey, they went on without us. Let's hurry and catch up to them.
Now the last keyword.
She's a shut-in, so we just gotta figure out what she thinks her house is. If she can't get out, maybe a prison?
Conditions have not been met.
Perhaps a labyrinth with an unknown exit.
This is not Persona Q.
Conditions have not been met.
Maybe an oasis?
No, that would imply she... Actually, no, that could make sense. That means that she sees her house as the one safe place in a hostile environment.
Conditions have not
Nothing so far. In that case, how about hell?
That's a drastic jump.
conditions have not been met.
We don't have nearly enough clues.
I'd say that that's a cool concept, but I've already played a game on this channel that has something similar.
If only we could ask her directly.
We can! Come on, let's go see Futaba.
But what will we say to get in?
What do you mean? We're sneaking in.
You have to be joking. Won't the door be locked for sure this time?
I'll take care of that.
Okay, so we actually are breaking and entering this time.
Oh, and I figured out where Futaba's room was when I snuck in last night.
What if we run into Boss, though? There's no way we'll be able to avoid his questions.
Okay, again, let's just pretend we're on a date.
He's at work now, so I think we should be fine.
Oh, getting cold feet, Makoto? Don't worry, it'll be nothing. We've gone through loads of shit like this already.
Yeah, you should have seen what happened when we had to deal with Yusuke.
This is our only choice, right? I suppose Futaba did get in contact with him. Perhaps she'll at least be willing to speak with him? Very well. Let's do this.
This is Futaba's room.
So there's a Japanese-style emoticon on that private do not enter sign.
Futaba-chan, you're in there, right?
There's no answer.
Futaba-chan, are you there? I'm sorry for being startled and screaming yesterday. It was so dark that I got scared.
No reaction whatsoever.
This is gonna be hard.
You're listening, right, Alibaba? Is it Alibaba?
Why is she only reacting to that name?
Well, I mean, in this case, she knows who we are and why we've come.
You're Futaba Sakura, aren't you?
She's not responding again.
Does she not like us saying her name?
We don't have time to dally around. We need her keyword before dealing with Alibaba's identity.
We want to learn more about you. If we don't do so, we can't steal your heart. The reason why we came here is because we need the keyword to enter your palace. That's why we want to talk with Futaba Sakura herself, and not Alibaba. You don't have to show yourself, just answer some questions for us. Chat messages are fine. All right then.
Yeah, she seems more comfortable communicating through text.
Our leader, the guy who lives in LeBlanc's attic, wants to speak with you. We're counting on you. Try and get a keyword out of her.
So yeah, what is this house to you?
Looks like you should ask something different. Looks like you should ask something different. Looks like you...
Die?
Tomb?
You think that's it?
Try entering Tomb.
Input accepted. Searching for route to destination.
We got it.
Yes. It was plenty. You haven't forgotten your promise of helping us if we complete your request, right?
Well then, let's hurry up and go. And clicky.
You idiot! Don't activate it here!
Oh, too late.
It's a desert.
Yeah, we see that. Wait, what the? Our clothes are still the same?
Futaba herself is asking us to steal her heart. It'd be odd if she saw us as a threat. If she doesn't see us as an enemy, then your clothes don't change. That's how it works. But more importantly, I told you to be cautious. Why'd you activate it like that?
Is that why we ended up in a desert? Where's the tomb? Oh, it's so damn hot here.
Well, I mean, we activated it right outside Madarame's shack last time, and that didn't really, have much of an issue.
Even though we entered right in front of her room, we didn't end up inside it.
She must really want to keep people away from her.
I see.
What a bleak feeling this place has. It's the complete opposite of Kanashiro's bank.
Let's hurry up and get going. Where's the palace?
Is it that way?
Oh yeah, there's something shiny.
Okay, quick, we need a magnetic spoon and a porcelain bowl. That's how we'll be able to navigate the deserts. At least it would be in Carmen San Diego.
A tomb in the desert. I see. Anyway, let's make our way there.
Isn't that kind of far?
Are we gonna walk?
Of course not. My paws will get burned.
I've been waiting for this.
I'll make sure to put the AC on full blast.
You have AC in there? That's not like your own breath, is it? Because that's kind of creepy.
You're so considerate.
Right.
All right, let's roll.
All aboard the ATC. all-terrain cat.
It's stuffy. Yes, I know. But it still beats opening the windows to the hot desert air. Hey, On, can I have a drink? Didn't you have mineral water?
I drank it already.
How are the guys? Take this! Morons.
Is that it?
There we go.
It's so hot.
I love the music at the end of that. I can't quite explain why, though. But I also like how a band-aid spontaneously appears on the back window that's cracked, but yeah, okay, that's just one thing I'll say. So, there are a lot of people who complain about how Ann gets used for fan service in this game, despite how the game treated her sexual treatment by Kamoshida as a bad thing in the first arc, and, this is one of the few times where I agree with those complaints. I just think that that scene just is kind of pointless and is just using Ann for fan service for no reason. To me, though, it doesn't really happen that often after this, but that's kind of the worst case.
The AC ain't working at all. What the hell was that lukewarm air about?
That was the best I could do, so quit your yapping.
For real? You are so half-assed.
Wow, working your catchphrase into an insult.
What was that? You wanna fight, punk?
Your face is half-assed!
Jeez, shut up. It's hot, so don't make me more irritated.
To think her palace would be a pyramid.
Now, I think there's a very specific reason why her palace is a pyramid, but it's a very meta thing, and I'll go into that later.
Hey, a pyramid's a tomb, right?
Yes, it's a pharaoh's tomb.
That's how it's mostly known. There are a variety of theories on it. For instance, it's even said to be a device for reviving the dead.
Or a device for making an ancient mutant immortal or something.
Reviving the dead, hmm? It's beautiful nonetheless. It's perfectly conformed to the golden ratio.
Hey guys, can we go in already? I'm gonna melt. Oh man.
Well, the loading screen showed our Phantom outfits, but we're not in them yet. And I suppose, like, if we check our equipment here, I just want to check something. Like, say that I want to put on swimwear. Yep, it doesn't take effect. Yeah, we're in Futaba's palace right now. We can even explore around this initial area. Can't really do a whole lot without our Phantom suit, though. There's a town in the distance. There's also one of those obelisks that looks like the kind of things the Romans stole and stuck in Rome. Because, yeah, they stole a lot of pillars from Egypt. Can't get in there. Another one of those obelisks. Yeah, this is the return point. Let's not go there yet. And we can also go up here. We can still do our thiefy parkour moves, even without our outfits, though. We can't steal that. I believe the kanji on that says internal organs, given that that's what those jars contained. And yeah, so if we were in our Phantom outfits, we would be able to slide down that quicksand, but it's not going to let us because it didn't program in animations for our casual clothes. Let's just not waste any more time and head on inside.
It seems
Indeed.
Yeah, there's a bunch of garbled, glitchy characters on the front.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes, but at the same time, we have to remember we're entering a suicidally depressed girl's mind, so, yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah, that's exactly what I thought. The inside of the pyramid is her room. Everything outside is a desert because, yeah, everything outside her room may as well not exist. And, well, Pharaoh's tombs in fiction are known for having a lot of traps to keep grave robbers out, and we're kind of robbers, so I don't really fancy our chances in here.
This is amazing.
And the thing that I was mentioning earlier, the music for this place. Yeah, you could hear that riff as we approach the palace. These stairs head directly to the treasure. That's not suspicious at all. This is so easy. What could possibly go wrong? Yeah, there are a few doors around here, and, they're blocked off. But there's no chance that we're gonna be able to go through those, gateways later, right?
Beautiful.
Do you think so?
Yeah.
Huh.
Somewhere.
Okay, Third Eye doesn't really show us anything about that being's threat level. So what is it?
Hey, is this?
That's Futaba's shadow. It isn't the real her.
Oh yeah, you've seen her face. True, this one's kind of dressed like a queen.
So you're Futaba Sakura.
Hey, where's the treasure?
It's doubtful that you wouldn't know where it is.
Hey, say something.
Don't be like that. I'm sorry, Futaba-chan. It's okay. There's no need to be scared. So, can you tell us where your most treasured possession is?
This is going nowhere.
Let's just leave her.
Will you guys shut up for a bit?
Those who plunder my tomb, why have you come?
She talked, but...
What are you saying? You want us to steal it, right?
If you believe you can steal it, then try as you might.
That's rather defiant sounding.
Perhaps this is that tsundere thing, where someone is harsh or sweet depending on the mood.
Wow, really?
Considering the state that my palace is in, there is no way that you can steal it.
Creepy child.
You killed her!
You're a plague!
What are these voices?
Murderer!
Why don't you say something?
Murderer?
You're the one who killed
It's all
her!
your fault!
This is horrible.
Hey, the hell is this?
Don't come
Don't
near
just
me!
stand there, say something!
It's your fault!
Murderer!
That's right. I did it.
What?
I am the one who killed my mother.
What was that?
My mother exists here. I will remain here. I will do so until I die.
Our clothes.
She sees us as a threat now. What's going on?
This... again?
Creepy child.
You killed her!
You're a
What's
plague!
with that?
Murderer!
Why don't you say
You're
something?
the one who killed her!
That's right. I killed Mom. I don't deserve to be alive. This place is a tomb. I'll die here.
That's right. Die!
Don't come near me!
Don't just stand there, say something!
It's your fault!
No! Someone help me!
Damn it! What the hell?
This is bad. I'm having a hard time getting a grasp of our situation. We should regroup and... What now? Oh crap! Bad! Run!
Da 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 da. Yeah, I had to make that reference because the game is making that reference.
Wait! You're right.
Yeah, let's get out of here. That's the thing, even if her real-world self gave consent for us to enter her mind, somebody's real-world self has no control over what their shadow does or how they act.
The date that Medjed is set for the alleged cleanse is 8/21. That day is fast approaching.
Could you please set an earlier date, Medjed?
The Phantom Thieves, whom they singled out, have not made any notable actions at this time. Will Medjed carry out their cyber-terrorism?
In order to stop them, we need to help Futaba Sakura before the 21st. Our deadline is about 2 days prior, so the 19th.
Meeting up in Shibuya, then coming here is a pain, right? Let's make this place our hideout for a while.
Is everyone fine with this place being our next hideout, then?
Well, trailers implied that was our hideout for Kamoshida's palace, so this is fulfilling that.
We must take care not to be discovered by Boss.
There's no telling what may happen inside that pyramid. We all need to be cautious so that place doesn't become our graveyard.
Man, this is gonna be one crazy summer vacation. We're dealing with international hackers and looking for a treasure in a pyramid.
How can you be enjoying this? This is a crisis of whether or not our group continues on, you know?
I know that.
That reminds me. While we were in the Mona car, you were staring at me with a dirty look, you perv.
Shut up! It was a great view. You guys were looking too, am I right?
Indeed. The pyramid's golden ratio was truly a sight to behold.
Is that a euphemism?
That ain't what I'm talking about.
I wasn't staring Lady On. I'm a gentleman after all.
Plus, she was like, this sounds really bad, but inside you at the time, so you wouldn't have been able to stare.
It's not that you weren't, but that you couldn't since you were transformed, am I right?
Will we be alright like this?
As usual, Makoto is surrounded by idiots.